Hello everyone! Welcome to another stream of Fire Emblem Warriors. The big ending of this game, the big ending stream. Does anyone know what this is, by the way? Because I know what this is. This is a good boy right here. This is a good boy. What's he barking at? Barking at the wall? What a good boy this is. Alright. Today is a day where we'll have one thing happening. One little thing. And that is support conversations. Yeah, we have a lot of support conversations to get through. It's gonna take a while. We don't have conversations for Jaritza, Seteth, and Flane. But we have support conversations with everyone else. Well, let's begin. Oh yeah. Byleth. You missed the opportunity to deepen this bond. Aw, man. Oh well. Anyway, Rodrigue, go.
Hey, Rodrigue. Looking for something specific?
I am. It's a book called Keyhole's General Treatise on Mercenaries. I was hoping to brush up a bit.
Sounds familiar. Pretty sure I skimmed through it back at the academy. Are you gonna use it for the next campaign or something?
Well, perhaps.
Rodrigue, is everything okay? You're not really the kind of guy to skirt around answers like that.
If I may, do you remember when we faced Gerald and his mercenaries in battle?
How could I forget? Things got pretty intense out there.
Indeed they did. And that battle is the reason they opted to join our cause. One mistake is all it would have taken for us to suffer a crushing defeat. Thankfully, we managed to seize the initiative ourselves and emerge victorious. Had we not, our main camp would surely have fallen. I expect I too would have lost my life in the fray.
No. Yeah. Yes, actually.
Yeah, it felt like there was danger lurking around every corner. Almost like I was walking on thin ice, never sure when it was gonna crack beneath me.
It frustrated me to no end, both as a warrior and a commander. To see such foresight, such clever strategies emerging from the other side.
Oh, what a great freaking time this is. I'm getting a phone call. Be right back. Hang on a minute. Hello? Good. I just started streaming. How are you? Yep. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, I'll be 2 seconds, everyone. I'll be right back. Good start to the stream. Good professional streamer. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's all good. Whew. Had to quickly with the trash outside. But we're all good. Did I miss anything? No? Good.
Without the wisdom of our predecessors, I would never have been able to assess the situation. Hence,
You never failed to
Oops.
impress me, Rodrigue. All those years of experience, and you still have the drive to sit down and study tactics in your time off.
I merely despise the idea of defeat, nothing more. I lack the cunning of the Margrave.
Hey, Jacob, you have arrived. How you doing? My day's good. Very chill today, very, very relaxing and chill. How are you?
And unlike Lambert, I lack the overwhelming courage necessary to turn the tide of battle on my own. Which is why I must learn as many strategies as I can. It's the only way I can prevail over those both wiser and braver than I.
You know, you've said before that you and Felix don't have a whole lot in common, but I'm not so sure that's true. Neither of you miss a single chance to improve yourselves. Guess the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. And that goes for Dimitri, Sylvain, and yeah, even Felix. As for you, Rodrigue, I think all that hard-earned knowledge is exactly what makes you the incredible commander you are.
Ha! I'll spare you the humility and just accept the compliment. Thank you.
I bet you could even beat the Margrave or the former king if you took him on now.
I wouldn't be so sure. Both of them were far beyond my reach in their prime.
You were playing Fall Guys, you won your second crown. Well done. And you did all that other stuff, of course. Sounds like a good day, Jacob. Hey, Foursquare, what's up? You had quite a day. How was your day?
And the Margrave aside, I could never hope to meet Lambert as equals. I'd struggle for an eternity without ever growing close to his might.
I guess you can't exactly catch up to someone when they're gone.
Perhaps not. But that's exactly why we must continue learning. To never stop reaching for those who seem beyond our grasp.
Gotcha. Then I'm just gonna have to follow in your footsteps. I'll catch up to you before you know it, Rodrigue. Just don't go dying on me before I get the chance.
Is that so? Then I suppose I'll have to work even harder to give you a proper challenge.
Oh yeah, you were looking for Keyhole's treatise, right? Let me go ask if anyone knows where it is.
Bye.
Will I really make it home next winter?
You will. You will now. Work conference is over. We had over 400 guests. That's a lot of guests. Did anyone have, did anything get rowdy? Did people get rowdy? Ooh, we have a lot of Petra things. I can't deepen my bonds. Weird. Okay, here we go. You meant one guest? Who was that?
Hey there, Petra. Off the train? I'll join you.
Hey Petra, sorry for killing you in the first playthrough. Might be mad today because nobody went grocery shopping to buy more food. Uh-oh. That means shopping needs to happen soon. Name is Ruby and we're having dinner. Ooh. Are you two going to do the dating?
That would give me much joy. An opponent with toughness will keep me upon my toes.
You mean me? Nah, you're way tougher than I am. Also, aren't you a queen now? I didn't realize dawn to dusk training was part of the Brigid Royal Regiment.
I have not become queen yet, but there is an understanding that it will happen.
What's the weirdest part, Foursquare?
And yes, in Brigid, royalty must have knowledge of fighting. I mean, we must know how to fight. To be leading our people, a ruler must have more strength than any other. They must be the hardest to kill.
Same date of birth. Oh, she's your age, like, almost exactly. That's scary. Same time? Was it, like, at the same exact time? That would be crazy. Same exact day. Yeah, but same time, though. That's what I'm asking. That'd be crazy. House manager's in the hospital. Uh-oh. That's not good. Steph is here at your house. Doesn't know how to make dinner. Oh, no. Maybe. You never know. That would be awesome.
My people are expecting this of me.
Maybe it was meant to be, Foursquare. It was meant to be.
So, it's the toughest person calling the shots, huh? I love it. What could possibly go wrong?
This is how it is meant to be working. But such things do not always go with smoothness.
We'll see. Here's hoping. Good luck. You got this, brah.
Mercenaries are always seeking strength too, correct?
Sure.
That's true. A merc lives and dies by the sword. If you're not better than the next opponent you face, they'll be the last one you face.
Yes. Dying is without productivity. But it gives me surprise that you do not avoid jobs of danger.
I guess you'll have to eat out for a week, Jacob. Gotta eat at a restaurant or something, or get takeout.
A queen must be facing any wolf who comes to her door. But you can have pickiness when selecting fights.
Depends on how much food you can put on the table that week. Most of us mercs barely scrape by hand to mouth. End of the day, it's just business. Some mercs will take the coin and blow town, and some employers are more than happy to hang us all out to dry. I guess you don't have a lot of sellswords in Bridget, huh?
Correct. We do not require the selling of swords. In Bridget, everyone is a hunter. Everyone is a fisher. Everyone is a warrior. There is no need to be hiring, or to be hired.
That sounds incredible. In a place like that, nobody'd have to risk their life just to get a bite to eat.
Your words give me great happiness. I will always be full of pride for Bridget.
Get ready for a lot of this, by the way, Jacob. Look at all of these support conversations. If you see blue, that's a support conversation. So yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot to get through. Get tired of making dinner. That's why you gotta eat out.
Excuse me. May I ask for your ear?
Go to good old Subway. Get a delicious sub.
Sure thing. What's on your mind?
I have the desire to be learning more about mercenaries. It is a subject of much fascination to me.
Sure, I guess. But I think you've heard most of the exciting bits by now.
Nonsense. Each word you speak is full of excitement. Please give me more illumination. For example, are you receiving payment for your work here?
Sure, me and Dimitri have a contract. Lucrative one too, as these things go. Guess the boss thinks pretty highly of me.
You said money was of importance for people who sell their swords. But what if an enemy offered a bigger payment? Would you be taking it?
You'd need more than that to get a true merc to switch sides. Still, if an enemy can outbid your current employer, it means they've got a good shot at winning. And nobody who enjoys breathing wants to wind up on the losing side.
So in Fodland, one must try to be allies with the side that has more richness?
See, that's the thing. Trust is its own currency too. I mean, let's say someone shows up with a pile of gold and asks you to switch sides. Tempting, right? But you gotta be careful. You could take them up on their offer, only to learn that the money was just bait, and the guy actually wants you dead. And to make things worse, the honest employer you just stabbed in the back now knows you're as reliable as a three-legged horse. Point is, integrity means more to a mercenary than money. Probably should have led with that, actually.
That's why they're mad, because the people are lazy. Well, that's how it is these days. Laziness has been growing, which is too bad.
I have understanding. Trust is of importance to everyone. But that has even more truth for a seller of swords.
I am understanding.
You got it. Oh, and trust me, folks who hire for the best jobs make sure to know everything about you before extending the offer. But there's a flip side to that coin. If you're the type of employer who likes to leave mercs in the lurch, you better believe that word will get around. Hard enough to stay alive without that nonsense.
That is a thing we all share in common. We wish to keep breathing, as you said.
You got money on your card every Friday? Alrighty. Sounds good. Now you just gotta use it to get some food outside.
And what if I was offering a job? We are on the same side. Would that be betrayal? Bridget is a land of richness. We can offer much in exchange for the selling of your sword.
Sounds tempting, but I can't. I've got to see my current contract through first. Also, didn't we just get done discussing how terrible it is to abandon a job before it's done?
I knew you would be declining. You are the model of a mercenary.
You are the very model of a modern nation general. Something, 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 something. Something something mineral. Miracle. I don't know the lyrics to that song. Sorry.
This war is going on and on. Do you think we will ever have sight of the end?
Oh.
Yeah, I do. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but it's definitely out there on the horizon.
It will be good to be putting this war behind us. When the war is finished, what are you wishing to do?
Gonna see your parents this Thursday. Ooh, have a good time with them. Tell them to shake those people that don't want to cook, and get them off their feet.
That's a pretty big question.
Then I will give more clarity. How will you be supporting yourself when your contract is completed? If you have the desire, you could come to Bridget with me.
Wait, seriously? I thought you were just pulling my leg about that.
I would never be pulling your legs. Also, I am speaking with seriousness. After losing the war with the Empire, Bridget was forced into becoming a vassal state. But this war is giving Bridget the chance to stand on equal feet again. We will be opening our borders to Fodlan. The exchanges between us will flourish. I am needing a person I can trust to give me help with this. Please, accept my apologies if the offer was given with too much suddenness.
No, it's not that. I was just taking a moment to admire you. This war has been particularly ugly, and it seems like we're tearing each other apart on a daily basis. But people like you and Dimitri are already thinking about what comes next, how to plan for it. You're every bit the ruler they are.
No, I am different. I am the Queen of Bridget. We are the proud Isles, placed upon the sea by the spirits, who are watching over us to this day. Our future has the brightness of the sun. I am hoping you will be at my side as we are shaping it.
Nah.
Powerful words. And I'm happy you put that much stock in me. Honestly, it's a good fit. I've got nothing tying me down. No family, no titles, no property to speak of.
I am not asking for your answer in this moment. I know your sword is sold right now. But when this war is over, I hope the making of a decision is at the top of your to-be-doing list. That is why I am approaching you so early. Because I am very, very sneaky.
Fair enough. I'll keep that in mind. And I don't blame you for trying to sneak ahead of the competition. Honestly, I'm kind of flattered. So, how about this? Let's both make it through this war unscathed and decide what comes next together.
Sounds good. And you won't die this time. That's the important bit. Alright, lads. It's got a ways to go. Let's do it.
Hey, how's it going? You been getting enough food?
Definitely. I'm eating way better than I was back in my mercenary days.
You didn't eat so good, huh?
I spent most of my time moving from place to place, so I had to manage on my own. I'd just fling whatever I could get my hands on into a pot. Can't say any of it ever tasted too great.
Wow, I'm surprised you could even live like that. And you never stayed at an inn?
Sometimes, if one happened to be nearby and I had a little extra money lining my pockets, but I never really felt like the food there was any better.
Sounds like you were at all the wrong places then. Nothing fun about a bad meal, I always say. That's why I want my inn to be known far and wide for its delicious food. I was actually hoping to do some cooking out here too, so I could hone my craft. But I don't think it's going so good. You want to know why?
Zap.
If I had to guess, it's because you think everything tastes good no matter what.
Hey now, I know the difference between regular old grub and the kind of stuff that gets your mouth watering. See, all the meat and fish we've got in the pantry is preserved. When you're not working with the fresh stuff, nothing you make's gonna have people hollering for more.
You think? But there are dishes from all over the world that use ingredients that are on the verge of going bad.
You sure that isn't because they don't have a choice?
I'm no expert, but I've heard it can make a nice cut of meat even more savory, depending on how you prep it.
Huh. Maybe we can learn some more if we ask someone who's from one of those places.
Not to mention, there are other ways of preserving food too.
You mean, besides dumping salt on everything?
I'm sure you know about smoking your food, right? Things will keep for even longer if you do that after you cure them.
Yeah, but I heard that makes meat all smoky and gross. Kinda defeats the point if you ask me.
I think it depends on how you do it, and what kind of wood you use. Apparently, it's really good if you do it right.
Wow, you sure know a lot about this stuff.
My mercenary days showed me more about the world than I could have ever imagined. I only really remember bits and pieces, though.
Come on, don't be so modest. I can't wait to get back in the kitchen with these new ideas you gave me. Hey, speaking of ideas, you want to help me think up some recipes with the stuff we've got here?
Well, I'm not so sure me and cooking mix. But yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot.
That's the spirit. I know we'll come up with some feast-worthy food if we just put our heads together.
Sounds like a plan, mister. Wonder how come I can't do this one, though. Oh, I think, because the bee's not filled up. It's him. Him is what I mean. I can't do it this round. This time. And I missed the opportunity to deepen this bond. I bet it was, before all of that crazy stuff happened. With the Arval. Oh well. Oh well.
Hey, you gotta hear this!
Hey.
What's up, Raphael? You're looking extra cheerful today.
Have you seen the looks on all the soldiers' faces lately? Don't they seem way more motivated?
Well, yeah. I was wondering what was going on with that.
Well, I was curious too, so I asked. And you know what they said?
Pay.
Is it because they got a pay bump? Finances are always a great motivator, I've found.
Come on, not everyone's fighting just for the money.
Sorry, guess I can't help but look at things from a mercenary's perspective.
They all said it was because of the food.
You don't mean...
Yep, they've all been eating the dishes we came up with. You know, with the smoked meat and the rotten food.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to call it rotten? In any case, our hard work definitely paid off. And the food's great too, if I do say so myself.
Right? I could eat that stuff over and over again and never get sick of it. And it's a big hit with the soldiers too. They said they actually get excited for mealtime now. Plus, it's made them fight way harder in battle.
I'm really glad everyone's so happy with it. Makes all our effort feel completely worthwhile.
You bet. See, food's important no matter who, when, or where you are.
Yeah, back in my mercenary days, I'd scarf down any old scraps so long as I was full at the end of it. But I've changed my outlook. Honestly, I feel like I can work even harder now that I can look forward to all my meals. And I never would have gotten here without you, Raphael. Thanks.
Huh. I was just thinking the same thing about you. Guess we helped each other equally. You know, I scrounged up every last piece of gold I could find just so I could go to the Officers Academy and become a knight. But once it shut down, opening the inn was basically my only option. But then, running the inn helped me realize all sorts of important stuff too. And now I'm sure, once this war's all wrapped up, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to become the best innkeeper in all of Foldland.
Sounds like a solid plan. But you'll probably need to up your cooking game even more if that's the end goal.
Yeah, I bet I'll have to train under a real great chef to get me where I want to be. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna come up with a brand new style of cooking. Something that'll really work my muscles.
What would that even look like?
Well, I don't know. I haven't invented it yet. Whatever the case, I know what I want to do now. Hey, what do you say to tagging along with me? I think you've got a real knack for this cooking stuff.
Okay.
I'll think about it. Just be ready to have me showing up at your doorstep if the mercenary work ever dries up.
So you're gonna stick to being a hired hand, huh? Well, as long as that's what you want to do. Oh, but keep an eye out for an invitation from me. You'll definitely have to come over and try all the rotten food I cook up.
Seriously, stop calling it that. But thanks. I'm looking forward to it, Raphael.
Rotten food. Gross. Alright, Ignat, your turn.
Looks like he's at it again. How's the book, Ignatz?
Ah! Could you please not surprise me like that?
Sorry. So, you got more books, huh? They look expensive.
They were tucked away in my family's storeroom. I had my brother send them to me. We're a merchant family. All the books here are technically meant to be for sale, but they've gone unsold for years now, so he sent them, without telling my father.
Tell me about the father, since you just mentioned him.
I take it your old man is pretty strict?
Not exactly, but he does take his business very, very seriously. My father is quite set in his ways. At least my brother is easy to talk to, and he listens to even my strangest requests. That's why I tend to go to him for everything. Wonder if he feels sorry for me since I became a knight for our family's benefit.
So, you didn't really want to do it then?
Well, no, that's not... I did it because I wanted to help them. Now that I'm a knight for House Gloucester, I've been able to make a lot more connections with the nobility. If I use that to help my family's business, then I'm perfectly happy with where I am.
If you say so. What kind of books did you borrow?
A bunch of travel journals and collections of letters from far-off places. No matter how painful life may be, it all fades away when I read these books and imagine myself traveling.
Wait, did you just say painful? I knew you weren't happy. What you really want to do is travel around and paint all the scenery you like, don't you?
What? How do you know that?
You're not exactly hiding it. You've got books on painting techniques, preparing pigments, and all that kind of stuff right here.
Yes. The truth is, I love painting. I know the world holds all these wondrous sights that I can't even begin to imagine. If only I could see them for myself and capture them on canvas. I used to dream of doing that. But things are different now, you know? I don't regret becoming a knight, and I didn't do it just for my family's sake. I want to do my part to shape Fodlan's future. It's my responsibility as much as anyone else's. That conviction has only grown with every battle. Ah, that must have sounded so arrogant. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassing myself.
All right. If you're gonna make it that clear you don't regret your choice, then I'll stop pestering you. But this war is gonna end one day. Why not keep your dreams alive for when it does?
Maybe I will.
Good. You better. Alright. Marianne's turn. Marianne has 1. And, wow, there's just so many we gotta get through. Let's, keep on going, guys.
What a wonderful meal.
Hey, you've still got some food left. You don't want it? That Ogma Wolverine meat's super hard to come by, you know.
Oh, I don't really eat meat. You can have it.
Don't mind if I do then. You know, I always feel strangely energized after eating this stuff.
You look so pleased to be eating it.
It's not every day I get to hear you laugh. Did I look funny or something?
No, it's just that the look on your face made me feel happy.
Instead of just watching other people stuff their faces, maybe you'd enjoy trying some yourself?
I'm perfectly content just watching.
Huh. Well, anyway, it seems like you've gotten more comfortable eating with me, Marianne.
I have. When you told me not to act like someone I'm not, at first I didn't know what to do with myself, but I still thought I could learn something from you. And as I talked with you more, I just got used to us eating together.
I see. Then why not branch out and eat with other people too? Mealtimes are a great opportunity to make new friends after all. Making conversation and sitting around the dinner table go hand in hand. That's how we ended up friends, right? It might be a good chance to get to know someone else. What's wrong?
I'm sorry, it's just... my adoptive father said the same thing to me once.
He did?
He often criticized me because I avoided other people so much. He said that, as the heir to House Edmund, I must be at least somewhat sociable. But he never bothered to understand how difficult it was for me to do that.
I'm sorry. I was being insensitive, just like your father.
No, you've done nothing wrong. But I don't think it's a good idea for me to get involved with too many people.
Why?
I only bring misery and misfortune to anyone who gets too close to me.
Oh, please.
That's not true at all. Why do you even think that?
It is true. I know it.
Okay, if that's the case, then how is it possible for us to be hanging out right now without any problems?
You're right. I should have been more vigilant and kept some distance between us. But you're so kind and I just like being around you. I'm sorry. I'll stay as far away from you as I can from now on. I should go.
Hey, wait! Marianne! What am am I gonna do about her?
What a weirdo. Alright. Hey, Yuri. Your turn. What do you got for me, Yuri?
Oh, Yuri, you're back. I thought you'd still be away.
Well, look who it is. I figured if I didn't come back before sunset, someone might get worried and ransack my room again.
Who?
And who might this someone be, huh? You're never gonna let that go, are you?
Just joking, friend. No need to take everything so seriously. Anyway, it's late. Shouldn't you be getting some shut-eye?
Probably, but I just got my second win. How is your mom, by the way?
Well, it's not looking good, that's for sure. But she's still got some fight in her yet. I'd planned on staying longer, but she told me to do what I had to do and sent me on my way. One minute she wants to see me, the next she's telling me to go home. Honestly, she's all over the place.
Reminds me of my mom, the one who raised me anyway.
She passed away, didn't she? Judging by your expression, she must have been pretty special.
She was. More than I can say. She took me in when I'd been abandoned. Taught me how to live. We weren't blood related, but she was my mom. No doubt about it.
I'm sure wherever she is now, she's very happy to hear you say that.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. It's been on my mind for a while now. About your real name? Your mom gave it to you, right? Where does it come from? I've never heard anything like it before.
Look up. No, a little more to the left. See that bright star over there?
Bright star to the left? Which one? There are thousands of stars up there, and they're all bright.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you find it or not. Anyway, it's that star's ancient name. The white star that the goddess herself made into a disciple. My mother is a devout follower of Ceros. I know it's a pretty ostentatious name
Excuse me.
for a penniless kid.
Hey, Hielsa. How you doing today? Welcome to I will be in a daze all day because we're doing support conversations. But how you doing?
I don't think so. It just shows how much you mean to her.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. She gave it to me after all. I'm not sure how much of the scriptures she really understands.
Hope all is good
Knowing
with
her.
ya.
I'm certain she put a lot of consideration into my name.
Then doesn't it seem like kind of a waste not to use it? What with how much thought she put into it?
I love the way I pronounce your username. Am I saying it right still, or am I messing it up still?
I've used many names, and each one comes with its own mask. But when I hear my real name, all those facades fall away. The only people who can call me that are those who are truly special to me. Immediate family, or someone just as important. Which means that if you're so intent on using my name, you'd better be willing to spend the rest of your life by my side.
Ho ho.
The rest of my life, huh? Okay, I'll think about it.
The look on your face right now, it's priceless. Regardless, it does make me happy to hear that you like my name. And if you ever decide you're up for it, let me know, okay? I'll think it over too, just in case.
His real name is not Yuri. It's Euro. Yep, it was Euro this whole time. Alright, Balthus's turn. Let's go!
Whew, I am stuffed. Looks like you can really pack it away too, pal.
I don't mind how you say it, but it's pronounced, Hisa, Hilsa, but you pronounce it so cute. I'll try my best to pronounce it right or something. Hielsa. It looks like Mia, Hia. You know the name Mia? So it looks like Hia. So Hielsa. I don't know.
Still can't compete with you, Balthus. That sure did hit the spot, though.
Hi, Elsa. What happened to normal names like Shelly or Bob or something? Why do you... I'm joking. I'm joking, it's fine.
Got that right. Now we can charge into tomorrow's battle fully energized. Hey, let's say we make a little bet. See,
Absolutely only to compare results. But yeah, today, hi Elsa, I'm doing support conversations. This will be the whole stream, by the way. And we're just gonna chill. This is gonna be the calm before the storm.
Alright, but only to compare who made it farther in the end. No other stakes.
Your name is Elsa, so IDK? Well, Elsa's fine. But, hi Elsa? It's just too confusing. I command that you change your name right now to, what? Kim. Just don't listen to me. Just don't listen. Just smack Ultima and say, "Stop it! Stop talking!"
I'm not about to risk my life behind enemy lines just to win a bet. Way I see it, us mercenaries fight for two things: gaining renown and staying alive. This isn't some kind of game.
This is kind of a game, actually.
Figured you'd say something like that. You seem like the type.
And yet, you asked me anyway. Don't try to drag me down with you, Balthus.
What's wrong with a little game of chance? It's not like it's evil or something.
Then what would you call it? Financially irresponsible? Because I don't want to end up broke either. Not like some people I know.
You're one tough nut, I'll give you that. But I'm not talking about money. You know what I'm getting at, right? When you're on the battlefield, the only thing you can bet is your life.
That's exactly what I take issue with.
Okay, I know this might sound a little far-fetched, but hear me out.
This ought to be good.
Whatever you do, you'll do it 10 times better if you're having fun, right? That's the key to success.
Sounds about right.
I mean, you're not wrong.
See, so there's nothing wrong with having a little fun on the battlefield. Whether it's with bets or with something else.
You find it funny when people get mad over your name, although you know you aren't mad. It's kind of the same situation. It's funny. Yeah, I'm fake mad. I'm pretend mad. Oh my god, names are just confusing. You know what? Every single girl out there, her name's Kim now. That's it. Done.
Living on that edge between victory and death is the key to survival.
Every guy's name can be Bob, by the way. Just saying.
Maybe for you, but that's not how everyone else approaches it. I've known plenty of mercs who have said the same thing, but they never made it back home. In fact, you're the only one of them who's still kicking. So, I'm sorry, but I have to disagree.
You know, you and I have a lot in common. We're practically kindred spirits. But this is the one thing we don't see eye to eye on. Strange, isn't it?
From where I'm standing, the only strange thing is the way you're thinking about this.
Hey, hi Elsa. There's two Bobs on screen right now, see? One right there, one right there. Ha 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 ha.
Well, I guess the bet's off then. Let's just put this little chat behind us and give it our all tomorrow.
But how have you been though? Hi Elsa. How's life been treating ya?
Sounds good. Just don't get too reckless and wind up losing your head.
Mind your head. Hope all is good with ya. All good, all epic.
Oh, hey. On your way back from training? It's admirable of you to keep at it so late.
They're kinda cute, not gonna lie. HG? J? What's that? How juice?
Yeah, well,
How
I
juice?
like to get in a little bit of practice whenever I can. You can't afford to fall behind with everyone else getting so strong on the battlefield.
It's a little late for me today, but I could join you tomorrow. If that's okay, of course.
You've been good? Awesome. I am glad that you are well. I have been well too.
Really? That'd be great.
A desire to get stronger is not a bad thing in my book.
Oh, half joking. I gotcha.
While we're on the subject, can I ask you something? Why do you want to get stronger? No, wait. Let me start with a different question. What made you originally decide to become a mercenary?
It's not really much of a story. This is kinda just where I ended up. After my mom died, I left the village we'd been living in, but I had no idea what I was gonna do. I eventually ran out of money and fell in with a mercenary group. Then I worked my way up from doing their laundry to fighting.
You don't say. Well, I guess your story is a pretty common one, actually. How'd mercenary life treat you?
Awful at first, but once I met some folks that I got along with, it wasn't so bad. Anyway, the plan was to keep fighting alongside my friends, make a name for myself as a merc, and eventually run out of luck and die. But somehow, I've suddenly found myself in charge of the king's private army, leading soldiers into battle. Not really what I expected, I'll tell you that much.
That's how life is. You never know what tomorrow will bring. When I was a kid, I never imagined I'd be wielding some holy relic as a Knight of Seros. I thought my destiny was to follow in my father's footsteps and become the next Count Karen.
It seems like you've been through a lot. I heard you were a fugitive at one point.
Yes, well, something happened. My best friend lost his way, and I couldn't set him right. Eventually, it cost him his life, and I let it happen. I couldn't stay in my hometown after something like that. But despite all that pain and sadness, I have no regrets about the choices I've made in my life.
Not many can say that. So, you've succeeded in making your past self proud, huh?
That's right. My past has made me who I am today. I'm going to keep moving forward, no matter what hardships lie ahead.
You're a strong person, Catherine. I think I could learn a lot from you. Hearing your story and what you said about making yourself proud gives me so much to think about. No matter how hard we try, there will always be times when we have to make tough choices, right? My past self fought hard to get me here. Am I gonna make the choice that past me would have approved of?
The tough part isn't making the right choice, though. It's what you do after. You must try your best to make whatever decision you land on into the right one in the end.
You make it sound so easy, but the more I think about it, the harder it seems.
Purple hair person, Shez is cute. Shez is pretty cool. Fun fact, there's a female version of Shez too. So Shez is technically two cute peoples.
Then don't think about it. Just keep trying your best day after day. Put one foot in front of the other, and eventually, you'll look back and realize how far you've come.
That's all I've got to do, huh?
Hey cow, how you doing today? What's up?
That's all. You could even start right now. If anything I said struck a chord, that is.
Did you win at Fall Guys, cow? Did you win any Fall Guys
I,
games?
for one, look forward to seeing you carve your own path, wherever it may lead.
I want to see you carve your own paths too. Yeah. But yeah, hope all was well.
That's hilarious. Who knew there could be a merc like that?
Yeah, he'd say it with a completely straight face, too. I take my pay in apples. This guy would storm onto the battlefield lugging around a sack full of apples. Truly one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
Is that Ryuk? Did Ryuk say that from Death Note? No, Fall Guy wins. Maybe next time, eh? Maybe next time.
I guess you could say he was hungry for battle. Wish I could have seen that myself.
He was probably the best smelling guy out there. I'll give him that.
What?
That reminds me. Remember when you asked about my past?
Yeah, sorry if that was out of line. I shouldn't have pried.
No, it's okay. Actually, I thought I would tell you, if you're still interested.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. It's not much of a story anyway. Besides, it's already been 7 years. I used to belong to an organization that was less a group and more like one giant mercenary state. Not the kind of place you go for building bonds of trust and camaraderie. Still, there was one person there who I thought of as a partner. As you can probably guess, he was killed. And that was that.
Yeah, that's how these stories always end. I know it was a long time ago, but I'm really sorry. But why'd you want to tell me all of a sudden? I thought you hated talking about your past.
I felt a little guilty. You shared your story with me earlier, but I didn't tell you mine. At the time, I wasn't about to go telling some stranger all about my past. But now I think you're at least somewhat trustworthy. So I told you. That's all.
Seriously? Wow. I'm really happy to hear that, especially from you.
Why? Everyone here adores you. I'm sure you hear stuff like that all the time.
All the time? Come on, that's an exaggeration. I've always felt that you were a more distinguished mercenary than me. Earning recognition from a merc I respect is a real honor.
So if you see me as some sort of senior mercenary, I guess that makes me the mentor in this relationship.
I guess.
I see. All this time I've been treating you like an equal, but maybe I should have been taking you under my wing instead.
Okay.
How would you feel if I took you up
Sure.
on that? Seems like fun.
Yeah, well, you know what else is fun? Any person I mentor has to pay for drinks. All of them.
I quit.
No way. What kind of deal is that?
Just a joke, sorry. I have no intention of treating you any different.
I should have known. That's why I like you, Shamir.
Ain't that nice? Alright, guys, one more. One more with Shaz.
Oh, hey. You fishing too?
Yeah,
Ease up, kid. We're on the same side now, remember?
I know. I guess I'm just not used to it yet.
We're not getting paid to kill each other anymore. We can just sit here like normal folks and catch some fish. You're a mercenary, right? For us, there's no such thing as friends or foes once that contract's paid.
Yeah, I know that too. You, don't remember me, do you?
Should I?
I used to run with Burling's mercenaries.
Burling. Ah, yes. That woman was an army unto herself.
Yeah, but you and your company wiped us out. My captain, my comrades, every last one of them died in that battle.
So that's what this is about. You have a grudge against me?
No. Well, yes, but no.
No, I don't. Wouldn't be much of a merc if I held a grudge against everyone I fought. But it was tough at the time. I really liked that scruffy crew. All of us got along, even the captain. They were the best group I'd ever been with. After what happened, I made myself a promise. I was gonna get stronger, and someday I would defeat you and the Ashen Demon.
But we're allies now, so you're gonna have to let that go, huh?
Looks like it. But you know, part of me is relieved. I don't think I could have beaten the Ashen Demon anyway.
Except you did.
Hey now, what about me? Or are you saying you could take me?
Yep, I could have taken you.
Won't know unless I try. By the way, for a regular guy just catching some fish, you haven't even got your hook on.
Yeah, well, these old mitts aren't exactly made for tying tiny knots.
Give it here. I'll do it.
Not half bad, kid. Thanks.
People call you a legendary mercenary, but you're a lot less dexterous than I imagined.
Legendary is what they call dead people. I'm still alive and kicking, you know. Hey, and about what happened with Burling. I'm sorry. The whole thing was just two minor lords trying to get the better of each other. If Burling hadn't come for us, we could have avoided all the bloodshed. But she came roaring in, yelling that she would take us down and make a name for herself.
Wow. Apologizing and then placing the blame on Burling. Wow, Geralt.
My kid couldn't afford to hold back at that point. I know that doesn't make it better, but I hope it helps.
What's done is done. You were just doing your job. I know that.
Oh well, you know what they say. Something, something, things can get bad. But yeah, we did it, guys. Shez's supports are done. Alright, now for Dimitri's. Oh god. Oh god. Well, sit tight, lads. We have a ways to go.
How long are you going to keep staring blankly like an idiot? You should eat.
You're right. My apologies.
Let me guess, you're in a tizzy about how best to make use of the Church's forces. Or maybe you're just worried about how our forces will survive the winter. Well, knock it off. A good leader knows when to let their vassals do the worrying for them.
Is that why you left your uncle in charge of House Fraldarius?
Yes. Though I've been returning to the territory the moment any issues arise with his governance.
And your mother? Is she in good health? I imagine it's difficult to manage all the family squabbles on her own.
Oh, she's fine. She's good at that sort of thing. I actually think she likes it. I suggest you focus on your own issues for once, instead of worrying about everyone else.
I'm not sure that's possible. Oh, but that does remind me. I hear the Knights wanted to hold a joint training session.
Forget it. You'll never change. I'd tell you to stop brooding so much, but I'd be wasting my breath.
I cannot afford to lose this war, Felix. I must protect the kingdom. I must avenge the fallen. Each day, we draw ever closer to those who pulled the actual strings. I've already punished any who knew of the plan and did nothing, as well as a number of middle-rank conspirators. But it isn't enough. There are still those who must answer for this crime with their lives.
You are a book with one chapter and no ending. What will you do when you actually have this revenge of yours?
I don't know. But if I can quell their grief and their hate, it will be enough. Do you hate me, Felix? After all, I saw Glenn die. I watched it and could do nothing. His end lies on my shoulders.
That's enough. I don't hate you, okay? You weren't responsible for any of that. They didn't die for your sake. They made their own choices of their own free will. Don't be so conceited.
But surely they didn't want to die. Yet they did so to protect me. Me. I am undeserving of such sacrifice.
I told you to quit brooding and eat. Your food's going to rot if you wait any longer.
Yes, of course.
Oh dear. Those two are always... You know, they're always...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I swear I will avenge you. Please, just wait a little longer. I will uncover who drove you to your deaths, no matter the cost.
What did you do, Dimitri?
Dimitri.
Glenn... Oh, Felix. It's you. I'm sorry you had to see that.
After 20 years, I've seen all of you there is to see. Everyone else is asleep. You know that, right? So why are you locked up here in the chapel? Also, what's with the mumbling?
I suppose there's little sense in hiding it from you. I suffer from a kind of waking dream. I see them. I see the people who died on that day. At all hours, light and dark. If the Empire was involved in that incident. If the Emperor stood by and gave tacit consent, and give to them the same end. Gouge out their hearts and cleave their heads from their shoulders. Those are the words the dead scream at me.
When did this start?
It's been 6 years. But I began hearing their voices 4 years ago. During my first battle, I recognized the enemy general as a man I had seen in Dusker. When I removed his head, the voices cheered. They laughed. It was as if a terrible pain had finally been lifted from them.
I think I get what's happening here. Look, do you really think your father and Glenn and everyone else would be torturing you like that? You're the one who's doing this, Dimitri. Not them. You.
Even if that were true, I can never forgive myself.
Believe me, I know. But it's your job to lead. If you lose your path, you'll take everyone else down with you. So try to keep that whole removing their heads thing in check, yeah? We can just call it our little secret.
Well then, are you offering to let me unburden my heart to you when the time calls for it? You're the only reason I haven't descended into utter savagery, you know. So just as Lug had Kaifon, and my father had Rodrigue, I would ask that you continue to be my right-hand man.
Right-hand man, huh? I like the sound of that.
No, cause Dedu is...
What are you doing?
As your new right-hand man, my first act is to haul my restless king back to bed where he belongs.
This is absurd. My feet are dragging on the floor.
It's your own fault for being so tall, you sack of muscle.
Say, do you remember how I once carried you in this way when you twisted your ankle?
Yeah, turns out lugging folks around is good training. So just cram it and let me finish my workout already.
Yes, of course. Please, carry on.
Literally. Those two got married shortly after the thing.
Sylvain, I was hoping to ask your opinion on our recent meeting.
Hey, I'm always happy to talk. But if you want House Gautier's take, shouldn't you ask my father?
I don't want House Gautier's opinion. I want yours.
Okay. Well, we were talking about the pros and cons of incorporating commoners in the nobility, right? Seems to me like we got it all sorted out.
Yes. The discussion primarily revolved around a single point. Whether those without crests are actually worthy of entering the nobility.
I mean, if they're up to the challenge, I don't see why not. It's like how you promoted my brother, right? Skill is what matters in the end.
Indeed. And the performances of Ash and the Commander serve as proof of such.
Just don't get carried away, you know? Too much of a good thing and all that? I'm sure you realize what would happen to the kingdom if we lost the power of crests.
Naturally. However, crest bloodlines are currently fading everywhere. People such as Felix who were born with major crests are the exception in this day and age.
Which means Fargus has two options if we want to retain our power. One, we bolster our military and promote prosperity while delicately letting the bloodline dance play out. Or two, we admit bloodlines won't last forever and create a social system that doesn't rely on inheritance. Neither one would hold up for long, but if I had to choose, I guess the first option would be the better one for the kingdom on the whole.
Bolstering our military is more easily said than done, impoverished as our land is. It will be difficult to compete with regions of more fertile ground.
Hey, do you remember what I said when you talked to me about promoting my brother? I told you it was important to keep up appearances while we were in the middle of a war. And honestly, I don't have any real objection to the way you're running things now.
Thank you, Sylvain. I knew you would help me sort things out in my head.
I don't usually get into serious stuff like this, but I'm glad I could help.
Such topics are not beyond your grasp, though. Your complete sincerity is a great strength. That said, you never show that side of you to any but Felix and myself. Although, I must admit, you were far from sincere during our academy days.
Ugh, don't remind me. Just thinking about it makes me cringe.
If you see the error of your ways, it is not too late to mend them. Or perhaps you require one of my lectures like old times?
Pass. You know I've got them all memorized anyway.
I do hope you realize how much I rely on you, Sylvain. You have so many things I lack. You're clever and quick-witted like your father, yet...
Yeah, well, I've been jealous of your strength ever since we were kids.
None of us are perfect. So let us dwell no longer on our failings. I apologize for taking up so much of your time. Though I hope to have similar discussions in the future.
Looking forward to it. Glad I can always speak my mind around you.
I rely on you a lot, Sylvain. I consider you my right-hand man. But what about Felix?
No, Annette! Get back!
That was a close one. Good thing we had water nearby.
I think Annette almost killed Dimitri.
My apologies.
Wow.
It was foolish for me to attempt that without prior experience.
Oh, Dimitri almost killed Annette.
No, it was my fault for asking you to try and light it with magic.
Okay, they both almost killed each other.
The fault is mine alone. You had no way of knowing that my aptitude for magic was so lacking, and we were lucky it only resulted in a small explosion. Had the flames spread, it easily may have proved disastrous.
Aw, don't beat yourself up over it. We were able to put it out quickly, and that's all that matters.
What a remarkably positive spin on the matter. Still, I'm relieved you weren't hurt. I have always been abysmal at magic. My father and grandfather were the same, so perhaps I inherited it from them.
Yeah. I guess you're better suited to fighting with something sharp and pointy.
Actually, I had a fair amount of interest in becoming a mage when I was a boy. An old friend of mine would give magic demonstrations, and I always found myself terribly jealous of her abilities.
Well, you know there's a school of sorcery in the capital, right? You definitely should have enrolled.
But I knew they only accepted students who display at least a modicum of talent for the craft. Every time I glimpsed one of those students, I found myself envious of their skill.
They put me in a place called Hufflepuff, and I was like, no thank you.
I had no idea. But hey, if you're interested, how about I teach you a bit?
You would do that?
Sure.
See, I've been helping out at the school ever since I came back to the capital. And after talking with everyone there, I've been thinking it would be fun to, you know, teach somebody. I'd like to help people get better at magic, even if they're really, really, really bad at it.
A fine aspiration. If you'll have me, I would be honored to be your first pupil. Though I imagine your skills can be put to use helping many people besides just myself. I know I am not the first person, nor will I be the last, to accidentally conjure up an explosion.
Come on, Dimitri. It's not like I'll be that much help. But regardless, I'm confident that becoming a teacher is the path for me. Right then, Your Majesty, let's start by practicing some fire magic.
You want me to cast the same spell again? Well, if you think it best.
Fire spells are the most basic magic of all. You just let the old power build up, and then boom, let loose. Okay, so start by using your hands to focus your energy.
Like this?
Don't be so hesitant. We've got plenty of water here, so really lean into it.
I wasn't intending to hold back. Perhaps I could charge it up a bit more.
Your Majesty, are you all right?
I fear we may have a long road ahead of us.
Thank you, Annette. You know, I rely on you a lot. I consider you my right-hand man. Anyway, Ingrid's turn. That's not Ingrid.
Your Majesty,
There's
about
Ingrid.
tomorrow's drills. Apologies, I did not mean to interrupt.
It's fine, Ingrid. We had just finished.
That was the leader of the Dusker forces, yes? What were you talking about?
We were discussing various tactics and formations. We must be aligned if we're to fight together. The way Dusker soldiers operate is quite different from our knights. I must also be mindful of how I deploy them to avoid undue conflict.
Yes, I hear there have already been a number of small quarrels in the encampment.
It's not a problem easily solved. I'm sure each side finds it difficult to adjust to the other. And you, Ingrid. Do you still hate the people of Dusker?
I no longer have reason to hold on to that hate. Yes, a few of them were involved in the tragedy, but I cannot blame the rest for that. There were many other forces at work. I understand that now. Yet I used to focus all my negative feelings on the people of Dusker, and for that I am ashamed. In a way, I now find myself scared of interacting with them at all.
You needn't blame yourself. The fault lies with me for not speaking to you about it more 6 years ago. I hesitated because I didn't wish to confuse the matter, not knowing the full truth of it. But you were forced to grapple with many painful feelings as a result. Clearly, my priorities were not in order.
You had enough to deal with 6 years ago. So many knights were expelled from the castle, and almost none but Lord Rodrigue would set foot in the capital. Even my father prevented me from going to see you.
Yet, I still could have sought you out. And I had countless chances to discuss the matter at the academy.
I do not think I would have taken it well even if you had. I was convinced that Glenn died saving you from irredeemable villains. I forced myself to believe that. If I hadn't, I fear I may have gone mad.
I was in a similar position. But once I finally opened the lid on that box, I realized just how many were involved, including members of our own kingdom. In the end, I knew I had to reconcile with reality.
And I must also accept the reality that stands before me now. We are allied with the people of Dusker, which means I can no longer avoid them.
I have an idea. It may not help, but I'd like to take you somewhere. The father of that man I was speaking with earlier opened an inn last year, and it's not far. Would you care to join me there for a meal? Word has it he's quite skilled at making all manner of food. Of course, if this is all too much and too soon, I understand.
Not at all. I would love to accompany you, though it shames me to admit it. I likely lack the courage to go alone, but with you at my side, I think I can take that first step.
In that case, let us make haste. Oh, and this will be my treat, so keep your pocketbook shut tight.
That's nice. Alrighty. Looks like there's one more left with Dimitri. Then we'll move on to the next.
Ah, Your Majesty. Tending to your weapon, I see. My apologies for interrupting you.
It's all right. I just finished. Is there something you need, Rodrigue?
Yes, in fact. I received this from Matthias when I was in Gautier territory the other day.
From the Margrave? But this sword is...
He said he'd borrowed it from Lambert years ago, and had long since forgotten about it. What sort of laggard keeps a loan so long he has to return it to the lender's son? 30 years!
That would have been around the time you all attended the Officers' Academy together, correct? Would you mind telling me the story of this sword?
It started when our class was given a mission to eradicate a bandit encampment. Foolish as I was at the time, I dashed in ahead of the others, leaving me and my entire unit stranded behind enemy lines.
Did Rodrigue shout, "Rodrigue Jenkins"?
Apparently, your father and Matthias started arguing about whether or not it was worth coming to save me. Broke out into a full-on fist fight before long.
That's a surprise. I wouldn't have expected that of my father, much less the Margrave.
Well, they were both pretty feisty in their day. Neither of them wanted to back down, I'm sure. On one hand, you had Matthias, insisting they wait for aid from the church. Supplies were running low, so charging in could have gotten everyone killed. On the other, Lambert was so determined to come to our rescue, he'd have gone all by himself if he had to. No idea whose plan won in the end, sadly. All I know is they fought their way through the enemy lines together. And lucky for me, they found us before the bandits did.
So, my father tended to charge in recklessly as well. Or perhaps he was just naive in his youth.
Story goes, Matthias's lance broke while they were fighting their way toward us. So Lambert lent him this sword. As he was giving it to me, he couldn't help but laugh about how it slipped his mind for all these years.
Considering what I know of the Margrave, I have my doubts that he actually forgot it at all.
You're probably right. This is just my opinion, but I don't think he ever really managed to accept Lambert's death until you ascended the throne.
Perhaps. In any case, please tell him I've received it. And thank you for relaying that story to me. It seems even in his youth, my father was willing to do whatever it took to see those close to him safe. Yet here I've gone and started a war, knowing full well it will hurt those I care about most. He'd likely call me a fool if he were here today.
I'm not so sure about that. Yes, he did treasure his friends, but I don't think he would have been too keen on abandoning the church either, considering all they've done to protect the people of Fargus.
Rodrigue, you knew my father well. Could I ask you to do something for me? If I ever attempt anything that would bring shame to his name, please.
Say no more. I'll stop you, even if I have to lay down my life to do it. I already promised him the same thing, actually.
You have my deepest thanks.
That's nice. Alright, Dimitri is done. And now for Didu. Wow, it's already been an hour and we're not even done with 3 characters.
Ash, you've come at the perfect time.
Why is that? Oh no, am I interrupting?
Not at all. In fact, I'd like you to try this tea.
Sure. Did you create this blend yourself?
I did. Your talk of medicinal herbs inspired me to study them. I created a number of different brews, thinking I might find one suitable for His Majesty. But first, I would like your opinion on the quality.
Taste testing, is it? I'd be happy to help. Oh, this tastes like...
Yes? How do you find it?
To do, what did you use in this?
The same flour you gathered before, mixed with some other herbs, then steamed. I read that doctors in the capital frequently concoct a similar blend. Does it not suit your tastes?
No, I love it. It actually reminds me of something. Of course. This is what Lenato used to give me when he first took me in.
Lord Lenato used to brew this tea?
He sure did. Wow, this really takes me back. I wasn't born into a noble family, so when I started living with Lenato, I had no idea how to act. I was nervous as anything at first, but I'd always calm right down the moment I drank his tea.
I did read that this tea is useful for calming nerves. Perhaps he was trying to make you feel at home.
That sounds like him. I was pretty young at the time, so I never knew what kind of tea it was. But this definitely has the same flavor. Strange to think I've been in the capital for 2 years now and never came upon it again until today. Wonder if Lenato ever served this tea to Grand Duke Rufus.
He never said?
No, I guess the two of them had a falling out a long time ago. He never really talked about his time in the capital, but I think he started studying herbs as a way to help the Grand Duke, just like you're studying them to aid His Majesty.
It's possible.
Anyway, thank you, Dedu. That really hit the spot. Hey, would you teach me how to brew it sometime? I'd love to let everyone else try it.
Yes, of course.
So real quick, I want to see something. Okay, so as we go on, it's going to be less and less and less people, but still, this is so much. We're going to be doing this for a long, long time, but if it worst comes to worst and we gotta, like, stop, then I'll at least do the Blue House people. The Blue Lion's house.
Me! Teach me how to cook next.
That's not to do.
All right. I will teach you a special recipe that is certain to delight everyone back at the church.
His Majesty is looking for you, Mercedes.
Goodness, whatever was that about?
My apologies. I have a tendency to frighten animals and children. Perhaps it's my imposing stature. Or perhaps it's because I'm from Dusker.
I doubt animals know anything about the tragedy of Dusker, Dedu. Still, I think I may know how to solve this little problem of yours.
Oh?
You see, many of the children here have lost homes and families. They tend to be a fearful bunch. And as a large man who is also unnaturally quiet, you cut a doubly scary figure. So all we have to do is show them how not scary you are.
And how do we do that?
Come back tomorrow. I'll have it all worked out by then.
Very well.
One day
Done.
later.
Here's your flower crown.
Wow, mister. You're just as amazing as Miss Mercedes.
Yeah, this is the prettiest flower crown I've ever seen.
That voice sounds familiar.
It's like an actual royal crown. Well, make one for me. Please, please, please.
I could. Though it would be better to learn how to make your own.
Oh, but my crowns always look all... bleh.
Anyone can do it with enough practice. Well, perhaps not anyone. But if you find it difficult, you can always ask a friend for help.
Fine, I'll try. So how do I start?
Twist the stem there and wrap it once, but gently.
Well, how did it go? They certainly looked at ease around you.
They were indeed, and I owe it all to you.
All I did was brag to them about the magnificent flower crown you made for me.
How very clever.
Oh, please, I barely did a thing. It was your kindness that won them over.
You were the kind one, Mercedes. Thank you.
Miss Mercedes! Mr. Dedu! Look how far I am.
Oh, that's wonderful. Might you teach me how to make one as well, Mr. Dedu?
It would be my pleasure, Miss Mercedes.
Well, ain't that nice? Alright, let's see how Annette does with Mr. Dedu.
Dedu? What are you doing here?
Ah, Annette. I was... training.
Wow. Do you ever take a break? 'Cause you should. It's almost dinner time.
I don't plan to stop yet. I'm still not strong enough.
Not strong? You mean with your axe? Come on. You're plenty good at swinging that guy around.
No. I must make up for my inability to wield a hero's relic. You, Felix, and the others are all able to make use of their immense power. I know I can never rise to that level, but if I could somehow close the gap. To be honest, I'm envious. Envious of your ability to wield such a powerful instrument.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard you open up like that before.
I apologize. Please forget I said anything.
No, I'm happy you told me. I feel closer to you now. Anyway, I think you're really strong already. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Truly?
Yeah. You're invaluable with or without a relic. Crests and relics are only useful on the battlefield anyway. But you can cook and sew and do all kinds of helpful stuff. Meanwhile, I'm pretty much just 9 thumbs and a toe.
What?
Plus, you swing around that heavy axe like it's nothing. So I mean it, Dudu. You're amazing.
We each have something the other lacks.
Exactly. Besides, maybe it's a good thing that you can't use a relic. If you could, you'd be too good and the rest of us would just be getting in your way all the time. Training is fine and dandy, but don't be so hard on yourself, okay?
You're strong in your own way, Annette. Your optimism is infectious. It aids not only me, but everyone else as well.
Aw, you're making me blush. Still, I guess being positive sort of is one of my special talents, huh? And if it managed to help you even a little, that's enough for me. Anyway, I made dinner today, so let's head back and start feasting. It'll be yummy, promise. I mean, I did manage to make the bottom of the pot fall out, so things got a little hairy there for a second, but it smells great.
The bottom fell out?
Yeah, but it turned out amazing, I swear. I can't wait for you to try some.
How did you manage to... Never mind. Let's eat before it grows cold.
My goodness, Annette. How do you do things like that? Alright, one more.
Need something?
I have been noticing that you are going out of your way to be helping me. Even more than the others. Why is this?
You're a foreign queen. Neglecting you would reflect poorly on His Majesty.
You do not need to be worrying. I possess skill at adapting. Before, I was thinking Fargus was too cold. But now, I have become adapted to it.
Good.
But I am experiencing a problem. I still have struggles with the language of Fodlan. Perhaps you can be teaching me?
Me? Teach you the language?
Yes. I know the tongue of Dusker also has many differences from Fodlan's, but you speak as if this is your land of home.
You give me too much credit.
I am spending my days with native speakers just like you. And I am always studying with hardness, but you are still surpassing me in this language. How did you become this way?
I don't know. She's pretty fluent if she's speaking the language. The language she's speaking.
His Majesty taught me. He felt it unproductive to communicate in broken sentences, so we spent years teaching each other.
An exchange of languages. That idea is a wonderful one. If Dimitri found success teaching you, maybe you can be doing the same for me. Do we have agreement?
Why me?
You said that Dimitri is not wanting me to be neglected. Not being able to convey my feelings is giving me great sadness. It is making me feel frustration and loneliness.
Oh dear. Poor Petra.
When I was first in Fodlan, I could not be saying anything in this language. Whenever Edelgard was speaking to me, I could only be staring back at her with big, confused eyes. Then I decided to be studying on my own. But the nobles were laughing and saying my words were ugly.
It was the same for me, but His Majesty was always close. If ever I struggled with a word, he would teach me.
But I was a hostage. I was without such a teacher until today. Now I am having you.
I suppose you do.
And then she learned how to speak perfectly. Congratulations. Alright, Felix's turn. Annette and Raphael, only 2 peoples. Alright, it'll go faster now. Maybe.
Annette,
Maybe it'll go faster.
How does that song about the dancing swamp beasties end?
It wasn't swamp beasties, it was bears. A song about dancing swamp beasties wouldn't be nearly as cute.
I forgot about that song.
It was supposed to be cute? Anyway, I've never heard a song like that before, and now I can't get it out of my head.
Wait, really? Wow, I'm flattered. But it's not like I can make up the rest of it on the spot. Why don't you go see an opera or something? Get a better song stuck up in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Guess I've been interested in seeing an opera in the past, but I've never gone.
Now that you mention it, I don't know if they even perform opera in Fargus. But the church is in Camulus now, and they have volunteers who put on operas every now and then. I've been helping Dorothea and the others there, and it's really expanded my repertoire of songs.
Well then, sing one for me. Just belt out whatever pops into your head.
You got it. I'll sing you my favorite. Me, me, me. A shimmering life burns down to ash. Then since I'm all hot and sweaty, I hop in the bath. Soon I get real dizzy, which puts me in a tizzy. But eventually I feel way, 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 way better. So I decide to hop back in the bath again.
Beautiful.
Huh.
My gosh.
You take baths when you're already hot? That's some impressive fortitude. I think I underestimated you.
Oh.
Wait, but then you get back in the bath even though it made you dizzy.
Amazing. I know, right, Cal? Have you ever heard such lyrics?
You must seriously love bathing. Well, this has been fascinating. I had no idea operas could have such unexpected developments.
Operas aren't like that at all. That's just an aria I learned a long time ago, and I don't even really remember the words. It wasn't supposed to be a song about taking a bath. It was supposed to be serious.
Wait, really? That's much less interesting.
No, you don't... Look, a real opera is much better, all right? I'll take you to one sometime, and you'll see. It'll take your breath away when you hear it. I bet you'll fall head over heels in love.
Fine. But let's save it until the war's over. If it's really that good, I want to make sure I give it my full attention.
Then we're definitely going to see an opera. It's a promise.
I've seen operas before. Operas are very, very nice. What? It's not your turn, Ash. It's Felix's turn still. Food!
Go ahead.
Oh boy! But wait, if I eat that, what are you gonna eat?
I'll buy something from one of the merchants outside.
But that costs money!
There's a McDonald's outside.
This is my second helping. Or maybe third. I can't remember. Anyway, if anyone's gonna be paying for extra food, it should be me.
In that case, I'll take you up on... Wait, was that thunder?
Nope. Just my stomach. Sorry to scare you.
That was a weird noise.
I tell ya, I can't wait for this war to be over so I can eat as much as I want.
Look, skipping a full portion won't kill me. Why don't you take half?
Wow! You mean it? Thanks a bunch, meat buddy.
Meat buddy? Wait, is that me?
Yeah, you love it as much as I do. So that makes us meat buddies.
Whatever you say.
Hey, I've got an idea. If there isn't enough to go around, we should go hunting. That way everyone can have their fill.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I know! Come on, we'll hit up the nearby forest. Petra says there's a ton of game there.
Just so happens I have some free time on my hands. So let me finish my lunch and I'll be ready.
All right! Meat buddies are unstoppable!
Wait, you forgot your food! He really is something.
Will anyone be my meat buddy? And there's another one with Raphael. Alright, bring it on.
Hey, Felix! Wanna go work out?
I thought he was said, wanna go out?
Quiet! I'll give away my position.
Oops, sorry. Didn't realize you were hunting. I'll just back off and, Whoa, look at that! I've never seen a boar that big. If we take it down, we'll eat like kings! Kings, I tell you!
Hang on. You don't just rush into a fight against a beast like that. You need the proper equipment.
Ah, don't worry. Petra taught me a special technique. Now lead the way, meat buddy!
Alright, fine. Anyway, as I was saying, if we aren't adequately prepared, we'll be the ones who end up as someone's dinner. Boars are naturally cautious beasts, but this one also appears to be wounded. If it spots us, it'll charge and send us to an early grave.
Wait, have you fought one of these before?
Years ago, but yes. It managed to get away, though.
Wow! It must have been one heck of a beast if even you had trouble taking it down.
House Blathid and House Fraldarius used to go on hunting trips together. On one trip, a certain prince bagged so many animals it proved impossible to fit them all on the sled. Meanwhile, I went off hunting on my own, encountered the boar, and barely escaped with my life.
Wait, why would Dimitri want to kill you? Or do you mean like an actual boar?
While this may not be the same boar, I will get no small amount of satisfaction if we manage to bring it down.
Hold on, who are we talking about here? Whatever. Let's do this thing!
I'll share the spoils with you, but the kill is mine. Now stand back.
Wait, but if you take it on by yourself, won't you just lose again?
What did you say?
Haven't you heard that 2 fists are better than 1? Or, I guess it'd be 4 fists are better than 2.
I'm not confident even that will be enough. But fine. I suppose adding more fists to the mix never hurt anyone. Chersis had spotted us. Nothing for it now. Come on, Raphael.
Come at me, boar. I'll punch you so hard the chef won't even need to tenderize you.
Don't attack it head on, fool! Circle around to the rear!
Yeah! We did it!
Aw, if only we could actually fight the boar. There's no boar enemies in this game except for this one boar.
I can't believe we took it down so quickly.
Told you this was a 4-fifths job!
I guess you did. Maybe there's something to this whole working with friends thing after all.
Aww, you called me your friend. Took you long enough.
Cram it. We need help carrying this back, so let's go find some extra hands.
Felix, what up?
Well, ain't that nice? And that is it for Felix. Ash has 3 people. Alright, bring it on. Bring it on, I says, bring it on.
By stationing themselves in the bog, they were able to slow the advance of the enemy horses.
Exactly. But Lug's army was prepared in other ways too. They dug pitfalls, set up anti-cavalry palisades, and more. Laying all that groundwork is what led them to victory.
It's strange how the stories of King Lug don't go into much detail about him, but once you dig a bit, you realize he was a really talented tactician. I feel like I see him in a whole new light now. Say, do you think we could use this strategy in an upcoming battle? I know we can't do the exact same thing, but in that geography book you recommended to me before...
Where have you been hiding this talent? You're absorbing everything I teach you like a sponge. I can see why Lord Lenato had such faith in you.
Oh, it's not that. You're just a really good teacher.
Even taking that to be true, you're clearly an exceptional student. I'm actually sort of jealous that Dimitri gets a great knight like you by his side. I'd love to find some reason to steal you away to my territory after the war.
Don't joke like that, Sylvain. I serve His Majesty alone.
Ooh, shut down. But yeah, I get it. Still, are you really gonna devote your entire life to being a royal knight? To live and die in Verdiad?
That was my initial idea. But I had a talk with His Majesty recently that made me reconsider. He asked if I wanted to succeed Lenato and take over Castle Gaspar after the war.
Castle Gaspar, huh? That makes sense. Adopted or not, you are Lord Lenato's heir.
I doubt the townspeople will be very accepting of me after I allowed him to die.
Sylvain's words didn't match up with the words on the thing, by the way. Or am I going crazy?
But I'm still the only one capable of taking on the job. Or at least that's how I like to think of it.
Sounds like a huge responsibility, all right. Definitely can't ask you to come to House Gautier in that case.
That land meant everything to Lenato, and I would do anything to protect it. I want to help other people the same way he helped me, and I think I'm finally strong enough to do that now.
I should have expected as much. But hey, if that's what you want to do, I've got your back. A little education can be handy for a knight, but castle lords need to learn everything they can get their hands on. So let me know if you ever need old Teach to fill your little head full of info, and I'll come running. Sheesh, listen to me. I think your serious nature is contagious.
You joke, but I think you've always been a serious person deep down. You're an intelligent man who's always got his mind on one thing or another. I mean, aside from the way you acted back at the academy.
Oh, the unkindest cut. Completely accurate, but still.
I'm excited to learn everything I can from you, Sylvain. I really am.
Cool. Alright. Go!
You saw one too. Glad it wasn't just me.
There you are, Ash. I've been worried sick about you. You were white as a sheet during our training earlier, and I was concerned you had taken ill.
No, I'm sure that was all just in your head.
That's not your usual carefree smile.
I guess I can't hide anything from you, huh? Truth is, I turned my ankle during practice. Thankfully, it's all right, but, well, it reminded me of the time I saw a ghost when I was a little kid.
Wait, a proper ghost? Oh, what did it look like? Did it say anything? What was it wearing? Oh dear, I'm sorry. I let myself get carried away there. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
No, it's all right. I can't let myself live in fear of it forever. So on that day, my brother took sick with a fever, and I went into the mountains to look for medicinal herbs. As I was walking along some unstable ground, I saw a large figure in the fog.
And you're sure there wasn't anyone else on the mountain with you that day?
Yeah, I was definitely alone up there. Plus, when I tried saying hello, the figure didn't answer. I knew then and there it was a ghost, and in my hurry to escape, my foot slipped, and I turned my ankle.
Well, it's important to be careful about where you step.
Wait, that's your takeaway? The story doesn't scare you at all?
Not really. If I'm honest, I heard a similar tale some time back. A long time ago, a man on a pilgrimage saw a strange, shadowy figure deep in the Ogma Mountains. He panicked and began to scream, thinking it a ghost or some other manner of evil omen. But in truth, it was none of those things.
Wait, so if it wasn't a ghost, what was it?
It was his own shadow reflected in the mist.
What? Then maybe what I saw was...
I can't say for certain, but it may have simply been a trick of the light.
Oh, gosh. I feel silly for being afraid of my own shadow for so many years.
It's quite understandable for you to mistake it for a ghost, especially since you hadn't heard the story about the shadowy figure.
Thanks, Mercedes. That makes me feel a lot better. Hey, but if you have time, you should listen to this guy's story.
Sorry, whose story?
This guy right here. Apparently he saw a real ghost a long time ago.
Ash? You are the only other person here.
What? Come on. He's standing right next... Huh?
You were alone when I found you.
Wait, so you never saw him? What does that mean? Was he,
There's some real ghosteries happening in this place. That's what I says.
What lovely weather. Morning walks really are the best. Is that Ash? I thought it was you. What are you doing out and about so early?
Morning, Annette. I've been teaching some of the townspeople how to read and write, as well as some basic math skills. We were all so into it, we didn't notice the time slipping away, and now... it's suddenly morning.
Wow, that's so good of you, Ash. What made you decide to do that?
When I went into town earlier, I found a merchant selling medicine at outrageous prices. But people were all snapping it up without even questioning it. Well, I couldn't just stand by and watch it happen. So I called a couple folks over to show them the math. A few more people came over, then a few more. And before I knew it, I found myself becoming their teacher.
That is so you. But seriously, I think it's amazing. If you ever decide to break out the chalk again, I'd love to help. You can handle reading and math and stuff, and I'll teach him magic and history.
Really? That would be great. I enjoy studying a lot, but I don't think I'm very good at actually instructing people.
Well, they are two completely different things. Speaking of which, didn't Lord Lonato teach you your letters and numbers?
Yes, although my father showed me some basic arithmetic as well. Lonato always used to say that study is the path to one's own morality.
What does that mean?
Well, there's no universal rules for what's right and what's wrong, you know? So you have to find your own morality, something you can believe in and stick to, no matter what. He also said a person needs knowledge and education to make that happen.
I suppose knowledge does grant the power to make sound judgments. I mean, I saw everything differently once I started attending the School of Sorcery and the Officers Academy.
Most of the people here lack the means to attend such institutions, but they still contend with danger and lies on a daily basis. I want to give them the tools to see their way clear of that. So, I guess that's why I'm teaching them. I want to meet them as an equal, not as a Knight of Fargus, but as someone who knows exactly what they're going through.
That's incredible, Ash. I think I could learn a thing or two from you, too.
Well, ain't that nice? Alright, Ash is done. Sylvain, your turn. Sylvain has 2 people. Only 2 peoples.
Thank you for joining me on this moonlit stroll, my dear lady.
Thank you for the invitation. I've always been fond of such nighttime wanderings. The moon and stars are lovely. And there are also certain flowers that bloom only at night.
Count on you to know something like that. You'll have to point me in the direction of those flowers sometime.
Yes, well, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I heard you were getting engaged, and I was just wondering
Engaged?
how you felt.
Engaged to who?
Goodness, someone is well informed.
Well, your fiancé-to-be is a noble from Gautier territory. It's only natural word would find its way to me. Are you going to accept? I mean, I don't think he's a bad guy or anything, but...
No, it's a fair question. However, as my adoptive father backs the proposal, I doubt I have much say in the matter. Though if I did, I'd likely refuse. There's still so much I want to do and experience in this world. Still, I doubt there's much hope of the parties involved relenting.
Why not just turn him down like you do all the other guys?
I've refused so many proposals that my adoptive father has run out of patience. And as he's already initiated the marriage discussions, it would be difficult to back out now.
That lowlife doesn't care about your feelings at all. He just cares about that crest of yours.
We don't choose our bloodline, just like flowers don't choose where to bloom. If being married means I will never know want, then I've no right to complain. Even if it is not my preferred outcome. You're much the same, yes? People like us have to try to bloom as best we can.
I never really thought of myself as a flower, but I get what you're saying. The flowers are stuck in the same spot for life, whether they like it or not. And if they happen to sprout in a bad area, they're out of luck. But we have legs, not roots. We can go wherever we want, and we don't have to give up on our dreams, so long as we're clever about it.
I see. And what is your clever solution in this case?
Well, if your only goal is to end negotiations with this guy, I could ask you to marry me instead.
I'm not sure I follow. You would marry me, so I don't have to marry someone else?
To be perfectly clear, I'm not making advances on you or anything, but I'm the heir of House Gautier. If I ask you, this other guy will have no choice but to bow out. Though I doubt he'd be happy about it. After that, you can do whatever you want. Go work at a church, or ladle out soup, or whatever makes you happy. I won't stop you.
But that would prevent you from marrying the person you love.
Okay, look, it's just an idea. You've got lots of options available to you.
You really do know the ways of the world, Sylvain. I've always admired that about you.
The honor of receiving such a compliment from you lifts my feet from the ground. But seriously, let me know if you need any help. I'm always here for you.
Those two are gonna get married.
You have something to say, or do you just like staring at me?
Merely thinking about your brother, that's all. I only caught a glimpse of him at Aryan Road, but He was nothing like what the rumors suggested.
You mean the ones about the eldest son of a noble family falling from grace? Taking up a life of banditry and wanton destruction?
The very same. They say he was a foul knave who stole not to survive, but because he took such great pleasure from the act. Still, I suppose one shouldn't take such rumors at face value.
Actually, there's a fair amount of truth to what they say. At least there was, up until 2 years ago. Yet still, His Majesty thought it was wise to recruit him to our side, and somehow managed to do just that.
Yes, I hear he wooed your brother with the chance to demonstrate how the Crestless can still make something of themselves. His honeyed words drew him in, at which point he began to play the man's inferiority complex like a mandolin.
Seems like you're more cunning than I realized. You really have eyes and ears everywhere, huh?
You're one to talk of cunning. Springing as you do from the loins of Margrave Gautier himself. I know you've been keeping tabs on my every move.
What?
In my line of work, one learns to pick up on hostile presences rather quickly. From the day we met, you've been waiting for me to take one wrong step so you can cut me down. I'd heard the heir of House Gautier was nothing more than a base philanderer. But it seems that rumor isn't completely true either. Just look at you. Having the gall to call me out while you hide behind the murderous grin plastered on your face. I know you've killed without hesitation.
Hey, we've all made mistakes. There's no need to rehash the past. And what's this murderous grin you're talking about? What would that even look like?
The fact you aren't conscious of it makes you all the more dangerous. Unless that pained grimace just now was also part of your act. Regardless, that crest-bearing fool nickname you picked up seems woefully inappropriate for one of your caliber. It's clear you inherited your father's cunning, and then some.
I'm not sure whether to take that as a compliment or just start sobbing.
The former. There aren't many in Fodling capable of winning my true respect. For my part, I'll watch where I step, lest I end up with one of your blades lodged in my back.
Those two are gonna get married. Anyway, next. We'll do this line and then I think that'll be it. This is kinda taking a long time. Hey, it's Annette and Mercedes. Let's go!
What are you doing up so late, Mercy?
I was having trouble sleeping. You too, Annie?
Yup. I'm just so nervous about our battle tomorrow.
Perhaps we should chat for a while to ease our nerves.
That's a great idea. It reminds me of when we were students at the School of Sorcery in Verdiad.
When we shared a room and would stay up chattering until dawn?
Exactly. It feels like that was forever ago.
So much has happened in the meantime. We enrolled in the Officers' Academy, the war began.
But we've stuck together through it all, even after classes were suspended. Of course, I'm so clumsy I felt like I was always getting in people's way while we were there. I couldn't have gotten through all this without you by my side.
And I've relied on you just as much. In fact, it often feels like you're the one who's constantly coming to my aid lately. Remember when I got stuck in that bandit's trap? I thought I was done for, but you came to my rescue.
Well, I wasn't gonna leave you in a bandit trap, although I just ended up falling right in and getting wounded myself. I was so desperate to save you, I wasn't paying attention to what was around me. If not for you healing me, I don't know what would have happened.
Well, we worked together and made it back in one piece, so all's well that ends well.
You know, I think we've always been like this. I feel like I can overcome anything so long as I'm with you.
And I feel the same. I hope we will be friends forever.
Oh, for sure. We'll be best friends until we're a couple of wrinkled old grannies. There are so many things I want to do with you, and so many places I want to go. I don't care if we're strolling through Deirdre or just window shopping. Everything's better with you.
I would love to go shopping in the capital, and then later, say, Annie, why don't we wait to talk about this until the war is over?
What? Why?
Because then we can each write down things we want to do as we think of them, and then show our list to each other afterward. Doesn't that sound fun?
That sounds very fun. We can even compete to see who has the longest list. I'm gonna scribble all my plans down as soon as I get back to my room so I don't forget.
But won't that keep you up longer?
Oh, right. My insomnia. You were so busy chatting, I forgot all about it. Thanks, Mercy. I feel a lot better now.
My sentiments exactly. Good night, Annie. I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, ain't that cute? And that's it for Mercedes. That was a quick one, huh? And look at this, Ingrid. Only one with Annette as well.
It's fine. We're
Wow.
fine. Everything's fine here. Just gonna grab it and run right back out.
Good evening, Annette. Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, Ingrid, it's just you. Sorry about that. Guess I'm a little jumpy right now.
Don't worry, it's fine. But if I may, what are you doing out here so late at night?
I forgot my book in the mess hall and came back to grab it.
What a coincidence. I was also headed to the mess hall to look for something.
Oh, yay! Then we can go together. Seriously, I'd feel so much better if you were with me.
Not entirely sure why that's the case, but okay.
Okay.
Oh gosh, it's so dark. What was that? I think it came from the grass over there.
Probably just another night owl. I wonder if it's... Annette, stop! You're going to run into that pile of...
Ow! Who put these crates here?
Crates. Oh, Annette.
Well, that was quite the ordeal, but we finally made it. Thanks, Ingrid.
I'm glad nobody got hurt, aside from you and those crates. But if I may, Annette, are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah, actually. I've been afraid of it my whole life. I give anything not to be, but I just can't seem to shake it. What about you, Ingrid? Aren't you scared? I mean, a ghost could pop out of anywhere and ghost you.
The dark does not really bother me, no. And as I have never seen a ghost, I'm not afraid of them.
But doesn't it scare you to think about it? I mean, just imagine some icky dead person rising from the earth and coming at you with big chattery teeth.
Certainly we had such stories back home in Galatea. My brothers loved to tell them when I was a child. But if they were true, we would not be able to walk to breakfast without bumping into a horde of the dead.
Huh. Yeah, I suppose that's true. But it's still hard to get the idea out of my head.
I personally think it would be wonderful if the dead became ghosts and we could see them again. But when people die, that's it. We can't see or speak to them ever again.
Yeah, when someone dies, they're gone forever. But that's all the more reason to treasure what little time we get, right?
Agreed. We have only one life to live after all.
In that case, I'm gonna walk back all by myself.
Are you sure? We went through quite the struggle just to make it here.
If I want to conquer my fears, I'd better do it while I'm alive. The dark is still pretty terrifying, but I'm gonna push through it.
I could learn a thing or two from her optimism. We only live once.
Didn't know I'd get a talk of morality with this, not morality, mortality with this group. Sheesh. One with Rodrigue. And one with Marianne. Alright. Or two with Rodrigue, actually. Alright, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it
I have
on.
exhausted most of the Pegasus Corps. So how should I advance the mounted units on the ground?
Excuse me.
A tricky proposition indeed. The enemy general won't be foolish enough to miss a chance to seize the advantage here.
If we are going to face the enemy with our remaining troops, it would be best to have the mounted units take up formation in the narrow pass to the east. Then, the remaining Pegasus Knights can attack from the cliffs above and end this quickly. Still, my scouts claim there may be archers stationed on those cliff tops.
Naturally. Everyone knows to expect Pegasus Knights as soon as they see the standard of Galatea. The enemy will doubtless be ready for this.
Yes, it is quite the predicament. I cannot help but wonder what my father or brothers would do. As someone who commands an army of Galatea, withdrawal is not an option.
I don't think you need to rack your brain over this too hard, Ingrid.
But if we fight without any sort of strategy, we will suffer major casualties.
Which might prove to be in your favor. If the enemy sees your back to the wall, they may let their guard down and grow reckless. How many Pegasus Knights stand ready?
Nearly half. Perhaps more if their wounds can heal in time.
Then select the most skilled from among them and make for the cliff tops.
And fly into the jaws of their trap?
While using the speed of the Pegasi to minimize injury, make it look like you're taking a desperate retreat. Then withdraw your troops. If the enemy thinks they've subdued the famed Pegasus Knights of Galatea, They'll deploy troops from their main fortress, leaving it lightly guarded. Once they do, send a separate unit of your remaining Pegasus Knights to capture it.
Yes, that just might work. You are amazing, Lord Rodrigue. I suppose this comes from your wide range of experience.
Actually, it's a strategy suggested by your brother once upon a time.
My brother? Oh, that's right. I believe he served in Srang while he was still a squire.
Despite his low rank, he astonished us all with his clever suggestions for deploying our flying units.
I have a long way to go if I wish to live up to him. I must prove more diligent about studying strategy.
Very ambitious. My son could stand to learn a thing or two from your example, but you ought not overextend yourself. Make certain to rest those wings every once in a while. I wouldn't be able to face the Count or your brothers if I allowed you to work yourself to exhaustion.
Resting my wings is a rather difficult proposition. I can't very well run about playing games as I did when I was a child. In any case, I thank you very much for the advice. I think I know how to proceed now.
The pleasure is mine, Ingrid. This is a most dangerous strategy, so let's endeavor to make sure we both come out of this alive.
Out of curiosity... yeah, there's one more. So Roderick has one... just one. Alright, we'll do, we'll wrap up Roderick as well as, Ingrid.
Ah, you're back. I heard you went to Fraldaria's territory?
We lost. Everyone's dead.
Yes, I had a bit of business to take care of there. I forgot how long it had been.
Plan failed.
What was it like to return?
It was always like a second home to me in a way. So being there brought memories flooding back. I found myself taking little detours everywhere, even though I knew I did not have time for such trifles.
And what impression did it give in its current state?
The region itself is quiet and peaceful, but lack of food has left the surrounding towns and villages in a precarious situation. It reminds me of when the people of Galatea territory fought over provisions during famine.
Perhaps we should ask the refugees to cultivate the land. Ah, but that isn't my decision to make. Thank you, Ingrid. I will let Felix know your thoughts on the matter.
I would appreciate that. Oh, and it's not as if everything has changed for the worse. There were new shops around, and all of the roads were well maintained. It's surprising to see how much has changed over the years.
That's right. You used to visit multiple times a year, when Glenn was still alive.
I did. Yes, though I might never have visited again if I had not been presented with this opportunity. I am glad I decided to take it. Once this war is over, would you mind if I came to visit Fraldarius land as I once did?
Not in the slightest. You can visit any time you like. I'm sure that Felix and the rest of my family would welcome you with open arms. We certainly owe you that much, considering all you've put up with from my sons.
Not at all. If anything, they put up with me. My brothers are both so much older than me, so Glenn and Felix were among my few friends growing up. Thinking back on it, I feel like I was always ordering Glenn around.
Well, if the time you two spent together helped you in even the smallest way, I am satisfied. And I know Glenn would be overjoyed.
Those days are irreplaceable to me. They will live in my heart forever.
Spoken like a true daughter of Count Galatea.
Thank you for saying so. Still, I want to keep moving forward as best I can.
Yet it's good to acknowledge one's limits. People are allowed to show weakness, you know. Oh, look at me, talking your ear off, while you're still covered with dust from the road. My apologies.
No, I am grateful for the concern. Thank you.
There's no need for thanks. After all, you're like a daughter to me.
I bet he says that to everyone. Alright. I guess we'll do one more. We're almost at 2 hours. Oh my gosh.
Oh dear. She lost some of her feet again today. She might even be sick. But what do I do if she is?
You should give her hay instead of feed.
Oh, Marianne, I didn't notice you there. Wait, what's wrong with feed?
Oats aren't enough. For a horse, I mean. Not enough nutritional value.
I suppose I have been giving her a good amount of oats recently. Is that really what's making her unwell?
Yes. Probably.
In that case, I'll find some hay for her right away. Thanks for the advice. You sure know a lot.
Oh, no, not at all.
There's no need to be humble when you clearly know so much. Speaking of which, would you mind if I asked you some other questions?
No, I should have minded my own... please, excuse me.
Hey, wait! There's so much I want to ask!
Wait!
What do I do? I only brought her on the battlefield once. Now she refuses to take even a single step.
I think, she's scared.
What? Really?
I can try to calm her down, but I don't know. Easy, girl, easy. I know that was scary, but you're safe now.
Shh. She's talking to Ingrid, by the way.
Amazing! She's walking again!
She said she hates the stench of blood on the battlefield. And that's why she didn't want to move.
Oh, well that makes sense. Wait, did you just talk to my horse?
Yes, well, I mean, sort of. I just kind of understand.
Well, that's incredible! How do you do that? And can you teach me?
It's really just, I mean, I sort of imagine what they're thinking based on little movements, or... I'm sorry. I'm not helpful. I should go.
Not helpful? This is the second time you've helped me and her both. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Marianne. Have a little confidence in your abilities.
Please excuse me.
Wait, I didn't even get to thank you.
Oh, Marianne. Alright. So now we have all of these lads. We have so many people to talk to still. Linhart has just Constance, apparently. Oh god, a bunch of Constance ones. Bernadetta has Petra, Dorothea, Happy. You know what? We'll do one more, just for fun. We've seen this conversation like from here, so we'll finish it here in this playthrough.
I had no idea these grew outside the village.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi, Happy. Got some fruit there?
Yep. I used to eat them all the time when I was a kid. Care for some?
Huh? Oh, thanks. I'll just have one. Oh, wow. It's sour, but also sweet.
They're my favorite. With all the edible plant life around here, you never need to worry about being hungry.
Well, I suppose I've seen edible plants around, but are there really all that many? Sheesh. I need to get out more. I didn't even notice.
But you must have noticed. You raise them. Like the carnivorous one I saw earlier?
But I don't eat my carnivorous plants.
I'm sorry. Did we or did we not have a long conversation about how delicious they are? In fact, I was just thinking that the jug-shaped one would be divine if we stuffed it with grains and, Bernie bee?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just imagining you eating my adorable little carnivorous plants.
Which I have done. A lot, actually. Haven't you?
Of course not! Why would I eat my plant babies?
Because they're delicious. Okay, that's it. I'm going to cook you up a carnivorous plant feast right now. Come on.
Wait, no! I haven't said yes to this!
Here you go. Dig in.
Poor birdie.
This is the one with the leaves that act like a mouth. But instead of bugs, I stuffed it with grilled meat.
Oh no! Poor little guy! But it would be an insult to its little plant spirit if I just threw it out.
Well, do you like it? It's my favorite, so I hope it ends up being your favorite too. Bernie bee? Was it so delicious you passed out? Okay, come on. Stop kidding around. Hello? I can see you drooling, Bernie bee.
And that was it. Dorothea has Bernadetta. Petra has Bernadetta. Lorenz has only Ignat. Raphael only has no one, actually. Wow. Ignat has also no one? Marianne has one person. Yuri. Marianne. Yeah. Okay. These two. Balthus, so close. Very close. Constant. Let's see these two. Shamir, just Shamir, and Geralt. Geralt and Byleth. Alright. I think that'll be enough for now. Let's beat the game now.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
How about this one?
Make sure you're ready.
Oops.
Which
How about this one? 2 hours. 2 hours of nothing but support missions. That is insane. Bruh.
I want you and your unit to keep watch for us, and my uncle will do it.
Yes.
Uncle.
Split.
I didn't.
We've seen all this already.
Yes.
So we'll just skip it. Any scenes with Byleth I'll read.
When we left our school 2 years ago,
I think I'll...
And Talis.
You needn't worry.
Yes.
In any case...
There's still...
Claude, he knows, and Claude...
It's almost...
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Hear me
then.
well, fearless knights of Bard. It is only we
Right. The rousing speech. The epic rousing speech. Alright, let's do this again now. King Wave Attack. Relentless Formation, Stronghold, and Staff Officers. We'll do this one. Why not? I'll play as mostly Shez again. Oh yeah, Byleth is here. Forgot about that. Alright, let's go. The true ending. Let's get the brand new true ending of this game.
But we must defeat the Emperor and restore peace to Posen.
Is there an actual true ending? Probably not, but we'll see.
I don't see Lady Rhea anywhere. Let's scale the walls and head for the monastery.
Can you believe this? I'm actually playing the Warriors part. A Fire Emblem. It's crazy. Nice boost to my magic
Whether the
there.
Alliance shows up or not, we will fight and we will win.
Secure rendezvous point.
This will be the rendezvous point for the Alliance forces. We have to protect it.
If only Shez had the Master Sword. You know what I mean? If Shez had the Master Sword, he would be well good.
Time we went on the offensive.
Oh no. Oh no.
They've mobilized. Good. Their location is on our way anyway.
Yeah, you're making a mistake. You made a mistake spawning near Shez. Appeared.
We'll have to keep a tight watch on the Alliance rendezvous point.
Appeared. Defeated. Even though, my attack is not all that good, I'm still kicking butt.
This stronghold will be ours in no time.
No, it won't. You're going down. See? Dark Knight down. Oh, I'm slow. Do you see the little, fog on me? Let's just get rid of these lads. Awesome. Come on, Shez! You can run! Okay, you're back to normal, thank goodness. Oh man, this door's closed too. Well, time to use Byleth. Time to practice as Byleth now. She's on my team, might as well use her, huh? Oh, why'd you move out of the way? This thing moved out of the way.
I'm alright.
I know you said you're alright. I'd rather you were not alright, though. Unless it was one of my allies saying that. In which case, never mind. That was rather annoying, huh?
Despite their human guise, they are nothing more than beasts.
Take a breather.
Fight like them too. I must retreat.
I must retreat.
He ran. However, this path will get us past the walls. After him!
Oh man, stronghold gates are open.
Don't even know what it means to live.
I will not let you thwart our dream.
Open up.
All Taurus knows how to do is
Open the doors.
Hey! Activate the Viscum!
Oh no. Here we go again. 4 Viscum activated. Oh, okay, cool.
Slightly different from the ones we've seen before. Be careful, everyone.
Looks like they're up to something. I better take this opportunity to snatch one of these strongholds.
Get out. Get out. Everyone out. Oh, what? There's more.
We must protect it.
We must protect our base. Oh boy.
Don't give him a chance to retaliate.
Look how slow I'm moving.
Stronghold will be ours in no time.
Come on, get dispelled. Okay, good. That's actually a good thing that I just got there. Come on, Shaz! Get uncursed.
That's in firing range of those weapons.
I'm fine. Shaz is fine. Shaz is strong. Shaz is fine. There's a bunch of people here, but Shaz is fine. You ready? Watch this. Goodbye! See? That was cool. Rendezvous point 2 is at risk. No, it's not. It's fine.
The Alliance won't be able to rendezvous.
Didn't I lose because I forgot with the rendezvous stuff? Oh god. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, Kronya's here too. Let me, let me stop all this. Ah! No!
Return to my Kronka. It is time.
Yes, Thomas. I guess I can't play with you any longer.
Alright, someone break off and go here.
Let's move.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, where am I going? I'm going this way. We gotta go over here. That was not the thing I wanted, but whatever. Alright, one thing disabled. Good.
These are a lot stronger than the weapons we saw in Ferdiad.
Ow, ow. Come on, so close. Yes. Alright, we gotta save, we gotta get over here now. Turn off!
Those things were incredibly powerful. Now that we've disabled them,
No,
the
it's
attacks on
not.
the central level should be stopped.
Disabled the wrong one. It turned off the wrong one, rather. The base is still being attacked, which is not good. Stop defending yourself, you loser. There we go.
Never
Sheesh.
cease to amaze me.
Darn right I never cease to amaze you, and I'll keep on never ceasing to amaze you. Hey, can we get that one nearby, over there? Yeah, here we go. Yay! We got both of them! It'll save us some time. Plus killing base captain will probably, hopefully help, huh? Okay, we have a big stronghold place here. I don't know if there's a Vishkin Turner offer here. Oh, wait a minute.
I'll do what I can.
Yes, all thingies must be turned off. Oh, I turned up off the upper one. All right, that turned off all of them now. Thank goodness for that.
That certainly.
Hey, can you
I'll do what I can.
How about this? You take out that guy.
It's worth a shot.
You take out this. You take out that.
Wasn't easy.
Perfect.
Shut them all down.
Now. Oh no. Don't take the Viscam back. We don't need it turned on again. We don't need it turned on.
Stop them before they regain control of those things.
Yep. I'm stopping them. I'm stopping them. Just gotta turn that off real quick. Seized. Oh, hey there. Hey, bro, how you doing? That guy just went into the floor for a second. That was kind of a lot of damage, actually. This thing just did 1,000 damage. Healed, healed, healed. Everyone's being healed. Very good. Alright, I believe we gotta go back real quick.
The rest is up to you.
Yeah, I'm messed up again. Hey, it's Hilda.
Did we come a little late? Form up with the Kingdom Army, everyone.
The Alliance has come. Where is Claw? No matter. We'll take all the help we can get.
This is an absolutely terrible situation.
Oh, we should probably defeat some people, huh?
I'll do
You
what I can.
go
It's worth a
there. You join him.
I'm a little nervous about this.
Begin. Our orders are
And
clear.
you, and we'll say
Shall we?
you. Take on that guy. There we go.
All of you, protect the stronghold.
Alright, this part gets a little bit tough.
At this
This part gets a little bit difficult.
We must
initiate
them at any cost, even with fire.
Yeah, this part is kind of lame, to be honest.
The monastery is on fire, and the entrance is blocked too. What do we do now?
Don't worry, I heard we have a plan. Just hold out a little longer. Let's go disable that artillery.
This part's a little bit painful, but you know. Defend the stronghold. Defeat the mortal peoples. Let's just get these guys out of here. There's supposed to be a big guy that comes soon, so gotta be ready for that part. Okay, go, 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 go.
Useless. Send in the Titanus.
Oh boy, it's the Titans. Titanus.
Is that monstrous thing? Is it friend or foe?
They had something like that in their back pocket this whole time?
All we seek is a world without ruler.
Would the Alliance mind letting us know what exactly this plan entails?
So close. Is there a switch in this place that I missed? I think I just noticed a switch. Yeah, there it is. I didn't even see that the last time.
There. We finally got them down. If only we could take a quick break.
There we go. Fully healed. Yes, son of a gun. Oh, it's still hot here, though. Here, let me go this way, super. Oh no, they're both still. How do we turn it off then? How do we turn it off then? Very, very jank. Yeah, see, there's not even a turn off thing here. I can't even turn it off. A lot of shenanigans here is happening. Lots of shenanigans, guys. Lots of big shenanigans.
Don't give up. We're slowly but surely wearing it down.
Here we go. Bada boom. Time to waste all of these now.
You're done.
Yay.
We can't miss this chance. Well, couldn't hurt.
Doesn't it hurt? Except it kind of does hurt, to be honest. Okay, good. It's all over. And it still is activated, too. Like, even after we finish it off.
Nothing but a hunk of metal in the end.
Oh, you're joshing me. Okay, Claude appeared. Thank you, Claude.
Didn't expect anyone
Thanks
to
for
make it across
coming.
the mountains, Count Varley. You should always keep an eye on your back, too.
No! Stop! Don't let them open the gate!
Yay!
Afraid I
Gate
already did.
open.
Sorry for the delay, Dimitri.
I knew you would come, no matter what. Let's crush the Imperial forces together!
Yeah, word of warning though. There's that place is still burning.
Is my only option really to fight? But I have no hope of winning!
Should have thought about that when you joined on the wrong side.
How could this happen? I was wrong to follow that man.
You sure were. Bye. Ooh, Shez levels up. Well done. We moving on.
The Alliance will cover the rear. You go on ahead.
Thank you. I'll be counting on that. All right, let's infiltrate the monastery.
Okay, here we go. The final thing once again.
Indeed. What do you prevent? In this right.
Nothing seems different this time, or so far. But we'll keep playing and we'll see for sure if anything is different.
You're safe. Quickly, let's clear out these enemies.
The kingdom. So you have come.
I'm here to save you, Rhea. I'm here to rescue you, or whatever.
Outside already fell? What a bunch of weaklings.
Alright, Bronya has appeared. Hello.
Rally around me. All of you. Thomas said you had to.
Just never ends. There's people everywhere. Like how Mercedes is just standing there.
This is wrong. I can't die.
Sorry. Rest in peace, Bronya. You fought well? You fought alright. Anyone else? Oh yeah, there's a few people here.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I shall assist you in this fight now.
I'll show you what. Up ahead is the cathedral, the heart of the monastery. Talus and Edelgard should be there.
Here we go.
Don't let this chance slip away. Crush them.
Oh, I can't turn my camera, I just realized.
This
Rip.
is just the beginning.
Hi, Talus! We're gonna kick your butt this time.
Why His Majesty trusts you so.
Our
introduction.
will has endured for thousands of years. It shall not be stopped here.
It will.
Itching for a fight, are we? That can be arranged.
It's alright. Here's the, fight Edelgard and Thalys part.
We're up against the toughest of enemies, but I'm not afraid. We will win and return to Verdiad together.
I think Shez can defeat, Edelgard well.
Perhaps we should focus on Edelgard.
Oh, am I on fire? Am I burning? I'm on fire! Put me out, put me out! Ooh, I was able to get S rank maybe again. Maybe S rank again, maybe.
Then our attack should land now.
My dearest wish is for a new age where we can live together in peace.
Revive as many times as you like. We'll keep knocking you down.
I chose this path, and I will see it through to the end. On my
Slashy, 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 slashy! Break. Break the barrier, break the barrier, break the barrier. Alright, we're gonna do this now. Yay! That was fun, wasn't it?
With this power, I'm gonna beat him. You got my back. Right on, boss.
He was pulling the strings from the shadows all the while. Your Majesty,
The time has finally come for our revenge.
Edelgard rallied, not for long, and she's a dead probably again. Yep.
Your life ends here, Taurus. Your head will make a fine offering for the dead.
Alright, super form, here we go. Super mega form.
It's time to leave the past in the past. That's what we're fighting for.
Goodbye! Unless, we gotta do this again.
No choice but to kill you with my own hands.
Alice healed Edelgard.
Let us finish this and right the wrongs of the past. Might be time for this. Stop.
We will annihilate all beasts and return to the surface.
Such a wicked drive possesses them. I must cleanse them by my own hand.
I'm sorry. Stay where you are for now.
No matter what comes at us, I'll be the one at the floor's back.
So close, so close, so close.
We cannot lose.
Is he gonna do it one more time? One more. Doesn't look like it.
I will have my revenge when I'm going.
My turn.
I must finally.
Let's have Violet end it this time, just for fun.
No mercy.
I get the secret boss if I use Violet to win. Yay!
So this fragile flesh has run its course. No matter.
Dimitri, go!
Oh yeah, here's the epic Dimitri moment.
Uncle, no.
You cursed beasts will never defeat us! You're wrong. Another step, you fool! This ends here!
Goodbye!
Guess it's over.
Yes.
Dee?
Let's go.
All memories lost again. She's like, what happened?
It seems the dawn is nearly upon us.
About time, too. So, friend, shall we?
Right. There's much to be done.
And
It is now 1183. Great Tree Moon.
Ending once again.
The Holy Kingdom of Fargus, beside the Leicester Alliance and the Church of Saros, emerged victorious against the forces of Adrestia.
Hooray! We win again.
With the loss of Regent Ire and many of its leading strategists, the Empire has been forced back on all fronts, radically transforming the power structure throughout Fodlan.
No new game final boss, sadly. Oh well.
In pursuit of their ideals, the young leaders press ever southward to crush the Empire for good. None know what tomorrow this war may bring, nor what future awaits Fodlan.
S rank once again. Very nice. Good job, everyone. Y'all did good. Even you, Mercedes. Everyone fought well. Ooh, Violet is the enlightened one. Got a bunch of things, but a bunch of things. Got a bunch of cash. Got a bunch of everything. Alright, this is my progress this time around. Da-doo, 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 da-doo. Lots of da-doos. Mercedes. Petra, Petra. Rodrigue. Happy. Petra, 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 Petra. It was all Petra. Leveling up Petra over and over and over. Because, you know, I kind of got her killed in my first playthrough. So I had to, you know, do what I had to do. Get her back up to snuff. And then just the randoms. The random battles up in this point. Yeah, I still like this game. I wish the final boss was a bit, you know, more impressive looking. It wasn't all that impressive for the Blue Lions. But maybe it's more impressive for the other two. We'll have to see, huh? We'll have to see. It's fun, though. It was a good time. And I hope you all, even though I don't think anyone's here, I hope you all liked it. Because I had a good time. The extra story was pretty cool. Flane.
If this victory means we are nearing the end of war, then I am glad for it.
I chose Flane this time.
I have had my fill of a world where people insist on hurting each other. But I would ask you this. Stay with us. Please, stay with us and help restore peace to this land. With you, I know that dream is within reach.
That's nice. Alright. I don't know if there's an end credit scene. Unlockable units have been added to this save data. Ooh. Alright. I guess next time I play this game, I'll play one of the other houses, huh? Oh yeah, it was a fun game. I liked it. Records Hall. Few units. We got a lot of units, but there's still so many more. So many more people to unlock, apparently. And I won't stop until I found them all. Voice lines.
I've got... Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Counting on you both.
You know what? I might play as female Shez in my next playthrough. Just for fun. What's events? Oh, the events. It's all the events. Yeah, there's a couple events I missed, obviously. Oh my gosh, quite a lot of events I missed. Oh my god! The Ashen Wolves reunion. Yeah, we've only seen a little bit. Scarlet Blaze, oh, Azure Gleam. I bet with Azure Gleam we've seen them all. Wow! Oh, look at this, we missed two for some reason. I wonder how we get them. And then we missed these two as well. What the heck? Alright, I think that's the end for this game though. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 coming very, very soon. I hope you're excited because I'm excited. But until then, we'll put this game on hold for now. This has been Fire Emblem 3 Warriors. I will see you all next time for new games, more games, and fun games. Look forward to it. Goodbye, everyone. See ya!